Guys, welcome to the Tar 37. Today I'm reviewing this, which is the Marvel Legends Vintage Spider-Man / Retro Wave Daredevil. So really cool, really blessed. Picked this up today. And yeah, this is based on his armored look in the 90s, and the packaging is made to look like Toy Biz Spider-Man 90s toys. I'm not really sure if Daredevil wore this in the 90s, but I believe he did. And yeah, it reminds me a lot of the 1994 cartoon. I absolutely love that Spider-Man cartoon. And these aren't based on the cartoon, but the cartoon was based on the toy line, so they have a lot of similarities. And yeah, I just love Spider-Man perching over the logo there. That's so cool. And then we got Daredevil written there with billy clubs, and then you got a nice clear view of Daredevil and his billy clubs and alternative heads. And again, I just love this style packaging. This is so cool. Then on the back here, we have that same picture of Daredevil. We got a bio on him. We got the other characters in this wave and how the alternative head works. So yeah, let's open this up. So here we have armored Daredevil, and as you can see, he just looks awesome. I love how they did this, and I love that they put Daredevil in this wave. Spider-Man and Daredevil have had so many awesome team-ups and stuff, especially in the past, so it's kind of cool to see that present here. And I love the metallic red paint they've used to symbolize armor. You have the double Ds over here, which look pretty cool. I like how they did that. I always kind of preferred the logo on his chest as opposed to in the middle of the chest, kind of more to the side. And this is how it was in the movie, probably why I like it. But I kind of prefer it like this, to be honest. I kind of like the movie, too. I know a lot of people complain about it, and it's definitely not as good as the TV show, but I gotta be honest, I kind of like the movie. And, yeah, you got some nice detailings. You got these metallic red eyes, which look cool. You got this little chin strap, the horns there. I like how the red cuts in on the back, too. And then on the back, you can see how the red cuts in together, which looks pretty good. You got the silver shoulder pads there, which look cool. And I love the metallic red paint on his hands and sides here. It just looks cool. He's got some nice detailing on his knees here. Armor on his legs just looks awesome and really cool. And then over here on the side of each arm, he has these billy clubs pre-attached, almost like he's fighting with them, kind of to guard people off with them, kind of block attacks, but then also swing them around, and they look cool. But they do give you some extra accessories here for Daredevil. And let's see. And you do get a pair of alternative silver billy clubs that can be separated or put together. And you also get, if I can hold on here 1 second, you get a pair of alternative cuffs and grip hands. So if you don't like the billy clubs being permanently molded to his hands, you can slide these cuffs on and these hands and just have him grip the other ones, which I think are pretty cool. And I like that they give you that option. I'm probably going to leave him how he is because it's a very unique take on Daredevil, but I do like that I have the option to kind of move him around with the other. And then lastly, but certainly not least, you got this alternative head for Matt Murdock, and I believe it's the same one that came out a couple years ago for the Walgreens exclusive. I'm not 100% sure, but you can tell the colors are definitely brighter. You have these kind of bright red shades. He's got this angry look to him, and then he's got this orange, glossy-ish red hair. And, yeah, I'm going to be honest. I like that they molded his shades here, but I kind of wish they didn't, include a Matthew Murdock head with shades on. I get why they do it, because, he's a lawyer, and he's blind, and he wears shades, but I think it would be more realistic if it didn't have shades. Then it would imply that he actually just took his mask off. But I guess the idea is that you can kind of put this on a suited body and just make regular Matthew Murdock. So I get why they do it, but it would be cool to see one that actually didn't have the shades. But regardless, I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, and lastly, all we have to go over is articulation, and you got a 360 of the head, moves very nicely, looks up and down there. You got 360 of the arm, swing out the shoulder, 360 there, double jointed elbows, which are nice. You got 360 of the wrist, and they are on hinges, 360 at the torso, and there's an ab crunch. The legs come forwards, backwards, and outwards. You got a 360 at the thigh, double jointed knees, which are nice. You got a boot cut, do you? No, you don't actually have one. But regardless, that's not too important. And then the feet move up and down and go side to side. So in terms of articulation, pretty good. Pretty much what we're used to. But like I said, I don't think Hasbro has really done that badly with articulation. And I think they did a pretty good job here. And now, really quickly, let's compare him with some of the other characters in this wave. You have the classic superposable Spider-Man to go beside him. And yeah, they just look great together. Like I said, I love that they include Daredevil in this wave. And they are, I believe, re-releasing Kingpin in this wave. I don't know if I'm going to pick him up. But I think that's cool. Daredevil, Spider-Man, they share a lot of the same enemies. And it makes sense when you kind of have them together like that. Then here's a comparison with him and Peter Parker. And again, as you can see, they look pretty good. They're all pretty much in the same height range. That's pretty nice. Daredevil looks a little bit short, but I think that's just kind of how they're angled, to be honest. And then lastly, here's a comparison with Venom. And again, as you can see, pretty nice. I think they're all in around the same height range. And yeah, overall, I think this is really cool. I love this retro series. I love how they're making the older designs for the Spider-Man characters, and I just think it's pretty neat. I don't know if I'm going to pick up any of the other characters in the wave, but so far from the free review, Peter Parker, Daredevil, and Spider-Man, I just think they did a really, really good job on this. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.